Hello students, welcome to Sivaji Group of Institutions online classes, and this is your biology class. Students, as you know that in my previous video I have already finished the unit first or chapter first, tissues, and already explained the tissues in animals. And today I am going to start the unit 2, tissues in plants. So tissues in plants, the tissues which is present in plants are categorized and divided into two categories. First is meristematic tissue, this is, and second is permanent tissue. So plant tissues are divided into two categories. First is meristematic tissue and second is permanent tissue. So meristematic tissues, first we will describe that what is meristematic tissue. The meristematic tissue is made up of group of cells which are divide repeatedly and to form a new cells, means the cells which are in division phase, in growing phase, that type of cells form the meristematic tissue. And meristematic tissues also are of three types. First is apical meristem, second is intercalary, and third is lateral meristem. Okay, so meristematic tissues are found in the growing region of a plant. Suppose that the tip of the plant is always in growing phase, so the tip of the plant and the tip of the root, tip of the shoot, in the growing region of a plant, the meristematic tissues are found. And what are the characteristics features of a meristematic tissue? Actually, the cells are small. The cells of meristematic tissues are of small in size. Are small in size like this. And the cells are thin-walled. Cells lack space between them. Means they are closely packed. The cells are closely packed. As you can see here, the cells are closely packed. So there is no intercellular space is present. जो intercellular space होता है, the space between the cells, दो cells के बीच का जो space होता है उसे बोलते हैं intercellular space. So cells are closely packed. So there is no intercellular space. Intercellular space is absent. And the cells are rich in cytoplasm with a large prominent nuclei. In every cell has a large prominent nuclei and also have the cytoplasm. Cells divide actively adding to the growth. Actually, the cells are in division phase, so they repeatedly divide and grow. It means these cells are in division phase. ये क्या होती है, डिवाइड होती रहती हैं, एक न्यू सेल्स को प्रोड्यूस करती रहती हैं. तो इस टाइप के टिश्यूज होते हैं मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यू, और इस टाइप की सेल्स जो होती है वो मेरिस्टेमेटिक टिश्यूज बनाते हैं. सेकेंड इज द परमानेंट टिश्यू. So meristematic tissues are of three types. On the basis of their position where they are found, the meristematic tissues are of three types. First is apical meristem, second is intercalary meristem, and third is lateral meristem. So where these three types of meristematic tissues are found? First is apical meristem. The apical meristem is found at the tip of the root and shoot. Suppose that this is the tip of the shoot. So here the apical meristem are found. Next is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem, and one more thing, that apical meristem is responsible for increasing the length of a plant because it is found at the tip of the root and shoot. So that's why this apical meristem is responsible for the increasing the length of a plant. Next is intercalary meristem. Intercalary meristem is found at the base of the node. What is node? Where the leaf grow, that place is called node. Suppose that this is the place where the leaves grow. So this is the node of a stem. And this intercalary meristem is found at the base of the node. So here the intercalary meristem is found at this place, here is found intercalary meristem. And this intercalary meristem is responsible for the longitudinal growth of a plant. Means this type of growth is called longitudinal growth of a plant. Third is the lateral meristem, and this lateral meristem is found at the base of the plant. Means this lateral meristem is found is the base of a plant, and this type of meristem is responsible for the circumferences, increase in the circumferences of a plant. Means plant grow in two direction. First is in longitudinal, in the length. The plant increase in the length, and second is the circumferences. Means this, suppose that the old trees, the stem of the old trees is very broad, बहुत ही मोटा होता है stem उसका. So this lateral meristem is responsible for increasing the circumferences of a plant. This is the circumferences. Okay. Next is the permanent tissue. So next is the second type of the tissues which is found in the plant is the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue, actually the tissues which these type of tissues are composed of cells that have attained their definite value. Means they cannot divide, they cannot further divide. The cells which can attain their definite value, those types of cells form the permanent tissue, and these cells are not further divided. These cells make the permanent tissue. The permanent tissue, on the basis of the kinds of cells, the permanent tissue is also of two types. First is simple permanent tissue, and second is complex permanent tissue. So the simple permanent tissue means the simple permanent tissue is made up of similar types of cells and perform a common function. You can see here that they are made up of similar types of cells. The cells which are similar in structure form the simple permanent tissue. And this simple permanent tissue is also of three types. First is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So let's see what is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. So this permanent tissue, simple permanent tissue is also of three types. First is parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Actually the parenchyma is composed of thin walled living cells. You can see here this is the structure of parenchyma. Parenchyma is composed of thin walled living cells, and this between the cells there is intercellular space is present. You can see here the space between the cells is called intercellular space, and so intercellular space is present in parenchyma, parenchymatous cells. It is actually present in the softer parts of a plant, like it help in the store of the food in the potato. Its cells contain chlorophyll. So the parenchyma tissue help in the photosynthesis. Second is the collenchyma. Collenchyma is composed of thick-walled living cells. Actually, the cells of collenchyma is thickened at the corner because of the deposition of lignin and cellulose. So they are thick at the corner because of the deposition of cellulose and lignin. And their cells are also thick-walled cells. There are some elongated types of cells is composed the collenchyma cells are like elongated cells, and there is no intercellular space. You can see here the collenchyma there is no intercellular space, means intercellular space is absent because of the deposition of cellulose and lignin. And it provide, what is the function of the collenchyma? Actually it is present in the growing stem leaves, these parts of plant, so it provides the mechanical support to the plant. Next is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma is also long, narrow and thick walled cells. You can see here long, narrow and thick walled cells. It is found in the hard parts of a plant. This is the sclerenchyma. Next is complex permanent tissue. So complex permanent tissue is made up of more than two types of cells. They are not made up of similar types of cells. They are made up of more than two types of cells. And the complex permanent tissue is also of two types. First is xylem and second is phloem. So xylem is made up of several types of cells like xylem fiber, xylem parenchyma, tracheids and xylem vessels. The xylem are made up of these four types of elements or these four types of cells. Next is phloem. Phloem is also made up of several kinds of cells like phloem fiber, phloem parenchyma, companion cells and seed tubes. But the main function of the xylem and the phloem, the main function of the xylem is to conduct the water and minerals from the root to other parts of a plant. And the main function of the phloem is to conduct the food material, food which is prepared in the leaves. So it conducts the food from leaves to other parts of the plant. This is the main function of the phloem, to conduct the food from leaf to other part of the plant, and the main function of the xylem to conduct the water and minerals from root to other parts of a plant. And the next type is the based on their place and origin. Permanent tissues are also three types. Means based on the origin, permanent tissues are of three types. First is dermal tissue, second is vascular tissue, and third is ground tissue. Dermal tissue. Actually, the dermal tissue usually present in the outermost layer of the stem, leaves, flower, fruits. It forms the outer surface layer of these parts of a plant. So, commonly it is referred or it is known as epidermal. It means dermal tissue forms the epidermal layer of the stem, leaves, fruit, flowers. And what is the main function of the dermal tissue? The main function of the dermal tissue is protect the plant. So that's why it is also called protective tissue, because it forms a protective layer, and it also protects the plant because it forms the outer surface. That's why it's protect the plant. So it is also called protective tissue. And second function, the second function of the dermal tissue is that cells are also thick walled and develop the waterproof coating on the surface of the stem, leaves, flower and fruits. So and the next function, in the roots, the dermal tissue also help in the absorption of water and minerals from the soil. And if we talk about in case of leaves, the dermal tissue also help in the exchange of gases through the stomata. So this is the function of the dermal tissue. Next is the vascular tissue. Vascular tissue is also known as conductive tissue. Conductive tissue. And what is the conductive tissue? The xylem and phloem is also known as conductive tissue. So the xylem and phloem combinedly called the vascular tissue. Means xylem and phloem together form the vascular tissue. And vascular tissue is also known as conductive tissue. And the main function of the vascular tissue or conductive tissue is to conduct the water and minerals from root to the other parts of plant. And next is to conduct the food which is prepared in the leaves from the leaves to other parts of the plant. This is the function of the conductive tissue. Next is the ground or fundamental tissue. Actually, this ground or fundamental tissue is basically a supporting tissue. It is also found in this ground and fundamental tissue is found in the stem, leaves, roots. In these areas that ground tissue is found. And the main function is to storage. The ground tissue, the main function is to storage. So now with this topic, your unit 2 tissues in plants is also finished. We will discuss the next chapter in our next class. Thank you students. Have a nice day.